what should I do? What should I do? This is a question we ask ourselves every day, in small ways and big ways. Small ways like, should I bring a lunch with me today? Should I go out to eat? Should I read a book? Should I take a nap? Should I go for a walk? Should I watch TV? But in big ways too, really important ways, the big questions. Should I go to this school or that school? Should I marry this person or not? Should I take this job? Should I take that job? Should I live here? Should I live there? This series we are starting is a series that is going to ground us in the gospel message and start where we need to start. You see, we often start with that question of action and moralism. What should I do? And we get caught up in legalism and we get obsessed with that. But we can't answer that question unless we first answer the question of who we are. You know, who I decide I am, or who God says I am, more accurately, is going to define the things I know I need to do or not do. But even there, we're not quite back far enough, because that's a question of identity. But we first have to ask the question, what has God done? Because what God has done defines who I am. And what God has done, we find in the person of Jesus Christ. And if I name myself as a Christian, then I'm saying that my identity is wrapped up in what God has done. But that's still not back quite far enough, because when we look at the person of Jesus, then we also have to ask, who is this Jesus? And if he's making a claim, as we as Christians believe he is, that he is God incarnate, then we ask the question, who is God? Who would do all of this for us? This takes us back, of course, to the questions of origins, to things like creation, but even further back, what is the nature of God? And why would God create us? So this series, I'm excited to enter into this. This series, I've subtitled the things we're going to look at as origins, identity, salvation, purpose, and power. And in that, we're going to be asking big questions. Who is God? What has God done? Who am I? What am I to do? And how do I do it? So we're going to be getting to all of those in the next 5 weeks. And I invite you to join us as we look at Scripture and dig into these foundational gospel issues together.